Hello, everybody. Welcome to Commix episode, I want to say 30. Wow.
30.
Jeez Louises. I'm always one off. 30. Wow. We hit the big 3-0. It's growing up today, man. Hello, everybody out there. I'm your host, Technique, and I'm here with my co-host, Nighthawk Plays, aka Matt. What's good, Matt? What's going on, and how are you doing?
Hey man, happy New Year. It's been it's been a little bit. I'm doing great. It's great start to 2022. New year, new me, new you. And yeah, overall pretty well, man. How about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm good. There's, a lot going on and trying to like plan out this year and make sure I hit the goals that I want to hit and not talk about it, but be about it. More so action versus, anything else. That's kind of what I want to do. But at the end of the day, I am just chilling and moving along, man, taking it day by day, step by step, being blessed to wake up, at the end of the day, because things are really bad out there right now. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, we're just chilling. And thanks for all those that came over for my stream. We were talking comics all morning while playing Marvel Avengers, and got the itch for the game again, man. It's really fun, enjoying the heck out of it, but I have to go through a lot of things again on the PlayStation because I was playing on PC. But other than that, having fun. What are you getting into?
How far?
Fortnite, fork knife?
Oh dear God, no. Well, I did play it a little bit. With the new chapter, it's definitely been fun. But funny enough, I recently found right before the new year, right before the holiday, a game called Super People. Yeah. So I don't know if you tried it out or not, but
nope.
I've
seen it.
I'm really enjoying it. I do like the competitive multiplayer battle royale experience and multiplayer / battle royale experience. And I was never a fan of PUBG. And if you look at it, it's a PUBG clone, but there's so many different elements to it of all the other BRs and actually BRs for battle royales and multiplayers that just really grasp me. And I'm having so much fun with it. I mean, all those other games, I lose, I die, I rage. Not this one. I'm kind of having fun with it, especially with the abilities. I was doing some crazy stuff the other day. There's a teleporter. I thought I was teleporting into a building, but it was an outside because I was trying to get into the zone. I teleported. I looked to the right, and it was one of those surprise mother. And there was a guy right there, and I got obliterated. It was there was a guy there, and I didn't know he was there.
Something else.
Oh no. And I just got absolutely obliterated. But I mean, outside that, these next couple of months are going to be crazy game wise too. So I know I've been seeing you get into Monster Hunter hardcore again. I saw you were getting into what did I raid you with the other day? Elysium.
Elliot boy. I'm doing that.
Nice.
God of War.
Nice.
Doing my first playthrough of that on the PC, and it's really great. Super good. Like, wow. Other than that, I will be doing my annual Spiderman run because I always try to do a action adventure single player game while I do other things. And we'll be doing remastered on PS5, which I haven't done yet. I beat PS4 Spider-Man, obviously, and beat the hell out of that. And then we'll be going through the hardest setting on that one because I believe my file transferred over. If it didn't, I'll just start from scratch. It doesn't matter because I'm playing the game over anyway.
Yeah.
And I just hope it has all the DLC. And Miles Morales Spider-Man will do the new game plus on the hardest setting because they have a new nightmare mode for that, and I'm doing that. And other than that, man, next month is huge. We have Lost Ark, we have Elden Ring, we have Dying Light, we got Pokemon comes out in a month.
Yeah, Pokemon comes out. Speaking of which, so did you hear about Dying Light? That apparently, if you are a completionist, that game's going to take you 500 hours, apparently.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm glad that devs are doing this, but I believe it's more so of repetitive nature as like NG+, NG++, NG++++.
That makes sense.
I think it's more so of that, which is fine because, Dark Souls is that forever game. You don't ever really beat it. It's kind of like one of those circular progression systems.
True.
Yeah, you just keep going through, doing whatever you can to get whatever trophy you can and stuff like that. And I believe Elden Ring is probably going to have like no hit run achievement. They're probably going to put those in the game since people kind of made it a thing.
Are you
a lot of those? Yeah.
Are you excited for Elden Ring? Is that like your type of game?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, they combine in two of my most favorite parts of games, and that's open world exploration with hardcore challenging combat, dude. And I love that. I love it. I love
Okay.
it. I love it. I love this sense of I don't know. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Not so much to play Tarkov because I don't. That's on a whole different level of anxiety.
That's
I
heart
can't put up with.
palpitation. That's pain. That's everything.
Well, it just sucks because like you could trip on a stone and break your leg and then you can't get out. So it's just like, and then you don't have a map, so you don't even know where the exit is at, you know? So it sucks. Yeah,
it's like you want to get kicked in the nuts repetitively. Play Tarkov.
Yeah, I mean, it really. I played. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you're a new streamer or if you're a streamer trying to get up there, man, you play Tarkov, you get a lot of views. But boy, I can tell you, I can't put up with it. I just can't do it. There was a time I was streaming and I had like, I don't even think it was drops. I had like 500 people in there, and then Sakura rated with like
Zach is a good guy.
15,000 people or something at that time, and then like 12,000 stayed, and they were just watching this guy that's supposed to be this manly man sitting there like cowering in the corner. I'm like, I don't even want to move, bro. Everything makes noise in this game. Like, I don't know what's going on, you know.
And then
like
that's
they
awesome.
were like, well, we have to find the exit. We're on the other side of the map, and I'm like, where's the
How
map?
do you know that? Yeah, where's the map?
Yeah, sucks. But anyway, other than that, yeah, Elden Ring gives me that high risk, high reward adrenaline, and there's other games coming out in February.
Oh my god,
also,
yeah.
March we have Forspoken, which I am super excited for.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it's good. And we have She-Hulk coming out soon for Avengers, so that'll be fun.
Oh, she's I may have missed that. Is she definitely the next person?
Yeah, my acting coach is the voice of
Oh yeah,
She-Hulk.
you said that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of games and comic book world too, I mean, this is supposed to be a pretty big year for superhero comic related video games. Obviously, we've heard of all the stuff from Marvel. You brought up some of the Spider-Man stuff that you're going to be playing through, but apparently, you know, if we want to get into a little bit, February 3rd is supposed to be the next PlayStation leaked rumored showcase, and Hogwarts Legacy is supposed to be a big presence on that, but also apparently we're supposed to get a lot more information from Wolverine and getting more information about the two WB games. So hopefully we'll actually have a release date as to when they're going to come out. Smile.
Apparently there was gameplay released last month for Gotham Knights.
I did not see that at all.
On YouTube? I haven't looked.
Oh,
Somebody told me in the chat. Somebody told me in the chat today. They like very aggressively told me because I was just like,
very aggressively told you.
They were like, there was gameplay last month on YouTube, and I was like, oh. I was like, well, the last time I gave up on them was fandom, so maybe you're right. So I didn't look it up. So apparently it's Batgirl gameplay. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but cool. If so, cool.
Yeah,
did you see Spider-Man yet? By the way.
Yeah. We can. That is something if we're gonna go talk about it today.
Today Spider-Man's getting talked about. You guys had a whole month to watch that.
Pretty much to the T, yeah, actually.
Watch that movie. So good luck.
Yeah, as far as
I won't go hardcore on you, but there's definitely gonna be spoilers. So just keep that in mind.
So what do we have on tap today? Then what are a couple of things audience are gonna be looking forward to?
It's a lot of stuff. It's a mess. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm not going in order, but rumors are that Tom Cruise is going to be Iron Man variant. I swear to God, if they do that, they're going to anger half the world. Nobody wants it. It was so funny because it was on Instagram. There was a survey. They said, "Would you like Tom Cruise as a variant?" Everyone was like, "Hell and no." Like it was like a whole no list. It was kind of funny. People were like, "Well, he's a variant, but we just rather have the variant of RDJ back." And I was like, "Exactly." You know, like so. And RDJ is not close to it, but I'm pretty sure he's going to charge probably a mountain for it. So, you know, he went from a hardcore no to like, you know, I'm kind of done, did everything I can with that character to never know. So we all know what that means. I know he's concentrating on Sherlock Holmes, but still. Spider-Man 60th anniversary relaunch, or Amazing Spider-Man. Let's just say that it's Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
On top of that, there was a Spider-Man comic book page that sold for $3.36 million a page. Okay,
jeez,
not a book,
man, a page.
Yep. God, there's so much news. My God.
And actually, this actually just hit. I think right before we went live. So, Moon Knight. We were hearing some interesting information that's going to be the next Disney Plus series out sometime in March. I forgot when they said early or late, but it has been officially released that we are going to get the full trailer on Monday for it during NFL. Wait, tune in Monday for the world premiere trailer of the all-new Disney Plus original series, Marvel Studios, Moon Knight, during the NFL Super Wildcard matchup on ESPN ABC Network. So Monday night, we're gonna get the official trailer, which is cool.
There's a poll in the chat. If you're here sitting in or you're watching from somewhere else, you want to come in here. Tom Cruise as a variant of Iron Man. Are you with it or not? I'm not. But you know, if you're with it, it's Tom Cruise too. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. He likes to do his own stunts, but Mission Impossible, just keep him there.
Mission Impossible,
he's kind of like Vin Diesel for me. Don't want to see him in any other movies. You know, just keep where you at. I'd rather see Jason Bourne or something or whatever his name is. No,
Matt Damon.
I don't really want him. Yeah, no, thank you.
Man,
Eternals is streaming. So we're gonna talk about that. Eternals is streaming on Disney Plus. Have not seen it yet, but it is streaming on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Peacemaker is out.
That came out
And the reviews are pretty
Thursday.
good.
Yep.
Pretty good. James Gunn is behind that, isn't he?
Yes, James Gunn is behind it, and he already actually said that he's already in works for another DC HBO Max series. So, you know, he's been praised right now for this through one episode. We'll see how it goes, the rest of it, but it seems like things are looking up for him in the DC world, and he's very much sticking to that. Once I'm done with Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm really going to stick with TV because I like how I could tell my stories in a longer form fashion.
He has a budget that's tailored for him, not just tailored for IP.
Yeah.
Boba Fett is now streaming as well. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to let it build up a little bit before I dig into it, but Boba Fett is now streaming.
Yep. Third episode going on the fourth now, like you said.
And nothing but good news. Like, I've heard people freak out about it, and I've been really avoiding spoilers, so I don't go into that spoiler-wise, but, you know, we'll talk about it.
Not spoiler-wise, but I've seen the first two episodes. I didn't have a chance yet, you know, to watch the third one yet, which just recently came out, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I really need to catch up on Star Wars and Scotch because I want to hear what they said, but I saw that who was it? Tim Darkness said that, you know, the second episode was I could probably find his quote, the greatest episode, like better than Mando, better than anything TV wise of Star Wars. And I'm thinking like it was good, but I must be missing something. Like, I know Star Wars. I understand Star Wars.
Drop bombs on us. I'm like, I haven't even seen it, but I can only imagine for something to be that good that they lore busted the hell out of people. Like, because this is canon now, and now people are finally hearing what they want to hear and seeing what they want to see. Like Lost Questions, kind of what we want from DC, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you hear? I swear,
maybe
the people that are behind DC, the investors, watch comics because they legit said what we said. Remember how? Okay, I don't know why. I think I swear I tell you guys I'm a premonitionist or something. I have that superpower. Like, I can read the future.
He's a time
Remember
traveler.
how I said DC needs a hard reset and it better start with Batman or something?
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happening. It's a hard reset on all DCU. The only person they're keeping apparently is Gal Gadot. And the Batman is supposed to start this shit off. So
wait, when did they say that? Wait, that's because
that was in the news like
I know
last week or a couple weeks ago or something like that.
I know
they said the DCU is like they are starting it over completely. They're gonna fresh wipe it. All that other stuff is just different universe type shit, and they're gonna start with the Batman and work their way up.
Yeah, because so I did hear the first part of that the Flash movie specifically is supposed to wipe the slate clean. Yeah. That Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and Shazam's Zachary Levi's Shazam is supposed to be,
and Black Adam.
And yeah, like that's supposed to be the start of it. Aquaman is supposed to still be part of it, but Ben Affleck's Batman is far and beyond gone. Michael Keaton's supposed to be that old school Bruce Wayne. That I thought we talked about this actually the last time that. Not the reset though. We were saying it needs to reset. Yeah, but now that it's official, maybe I just went off on it on my channel. But yeah, no, if that is the case, I'm really for it. I mean, there was also the rumors out there that Supergirl is supposed to take the mantle of Superman. That they're not going to have a Superman for a while. The Batgirl is supposed to be Batgirl. Superman. Okay, what did I miss, Technique? What did I miss?
That Superman looking good. He's
All right, where am I
cinnamon, he's
Google?
chocolatey. He's black.
Oh,
and he's
you're
Michael
talking
B.
about
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Oh,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
We
All
need
right.
some seasoning up on this beer. We really do, boy. DC needs to season it, man. I mean, look what seasoning does to your chicken. Okay, like freaking.
You're not wrong.
Idris Elba.
You're not wrong.
Idris Elba really helped that movie. You know, like really helped it.
Suicide Squad.
We got Michael B. Jordan coming in, who's going to really help it because Michael B. Jordan is an avid comic book reader. He loves the universe.
Yes, he is.
Both. And look what he did with Killmonger.
Oof,
I'm
yeah.
actually pissed off that he can't come. Well, I'm not saying he can't come back because then we might get him, but I'm just saying he as Killmonger. But I'm pretty sure if he signed his contract as Superman, the Marvel hunt is over. I mean, his new showing was What If, and that was it. He's stuck in the ball anywhere in What If, so he ain't going nowhere. You know, so it would have been interesting to see him though, especially with Multiverse of Madness, since that Doctor Strange is, you know. But
well,
anyway.
so I mean, there was a boatload of reshoots, and yeah, there's been a lot of rumors, and I've heard a lot of rumors too lately with a lot of cameos. I even heard, speaking of Ben Affleck, that Marvel reached out to him to reprise his role in Multiverse of Madness as his Daredevil in that universe. Whether or not it's a yes or a no, but it's 100% like the leakers and rumors that get like 98% of this stuff right reported it. So
I would throw up. I would throw up and disregard him. Variants or whatever.
No,
I don't care about variants.
Yeah, it's like not going to be a real thing. It's like a one-off.
Yeah,
very much a
don't
one-off. Yeah.
Change my Matt Murdock for God's sake. He was
Charlie Cox is amazing.
Anyway, Jesus Christ. Also, who said?
Oh, we got a lot of stuff actually we can talk
Ghost
about.
Rider, and then Marvel reached out to them immediately.
Keanu.
Who? Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't Keanu.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Keanu was on a show for the Matrix show. What do they call it when they go around?
To see Ghost Rider, but I don't think it was.
No, what do you do when you go do a press?
Said I would play Ghost Rider. Yeah, I really want to play. Like I would want to see him in MC, and Marvel reached out, and apparently they're in talks. I can't remember who it is right now on top of my head.
Ghost Rider, Marvel actor reached out. Yeah, because Keanu was on like Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, and he asked him if you know, would you like have you had discussions with Marvel? And he goes, yes, Kevin and I have talked. Have we found out? Have we figured something out yet? No. So, is he going to be in Marvel? Yeah, but they also asked him, which was interesting, what is one character that you would like to reprise the role of? And he actually said John Constantine, which I liked his. Yeah, I don't know what that is right now. It's a little bit. I don't know if it's Discord or what.
That'd be Discord. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
It's not my camera or my internet.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my internet too. I'm pretty good. So that's actually kind of cool. But
I mean, Constantine would be great. Yeah, I would take that because he's already been there. It's Keanu.
Norman Reedus. That's who it was. Norman Reedus. Yes.
And they contacted him immediately, and they're in talks. So it's like the power of Twitter.
The power of the Twitterverse.
The PR of Marvel. Bill's like, Norman Reedus doing it. You know, Walking Dead season's almost over. You know, so I could just see it. Anyway, yeah, moving on.
Better than Nicolas Cage for sure.
Yeah, God no.
Nicolas Cage is good in his own right, but there's just certain things.
He just needs to stay away from comic book movies altogether. Outside of news, Dwayne Johnson and when Vin Diesel are at, the drama between them was kind of real last week, bro. God dang. Vin Diesel out here bringing up kids and trying to guilt trip Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah,
brought him out live on TV. Oh man, interesting stuff happening with the stores. Yeah, with the and I only brought that up because Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, so we try to keep it kind of.
Yeah, it was used. He was using Paul Walker's kids against him, and that's whether
harsh.
Or not it's true. Like they actually really said that.
It's true because Dwayne Johnson said it, and it was on Instagram, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to. That's a little much, man.
He was saying. He said, "Think of the kids" or something. It wasn't like bad, but it's just like he was like in celebration of Pablo and this, that, and the other. And Dwayne was like,
"Come back for the last one. The kids want you there."
He's like, "You doing this now, bro? Like,
really? We're doing?
Do you know who I am?"
And then Tyrese,
I can bury you. Okay.
Yeah, and then Tyrese started saying stuff about how real it was, and like he started getting it. Speaking of Tyrese, dude.
Yes. Where did I see his bald head somewhere? I saw his bald head in something.
Morbius got delayed again.
Yeah. That's why I saw his bald head. No, there's a couple of reasons why I think Morbius is delayed.
I know.
One,
I mean,
Andrew Garfield's coming back.
See, okay. So I mean, the big reason why I think it was because they want to get Spider-Man more money, and because of Omicron, they're worried about how it's spiking again and all that other stuff. That they're worried about what it's going to do in theaters, yada yada yada. But is that the real reason? So you're thinking there's going to be even more?
I think negotiations are in talks right now. I think because here's the deal. I'll give you guys a whole synopsis of what I gathered by researching. What's her name? Peggy. What's Kevin Feige and what's his partner name?
Amy Pascal, Peggy I think something. Her name is.
Whatever. Peggy with the hair. Peggy prematurely said that Tom Holland, Pascal, yeah. they're looking to work with Tom Holland for 3 more films. But what you never do, see, the thing about Tom Holland is he's mentored by RDJ. And what RDJ does, he doesn't commit until he sees what? The money. And basically RDJ, I'm pretty sure, probably FaceTime Tom before any meetings and was like, you need to wait and see how much money they do in this movie. You're getting paid the same thing you got paid when you started. And if this makes billions, they're using you. You hold negotiations until you have ammo with how well this movie does.
Oh, absolutely.
I guarantee you, because in the beginning, Tom was like, yeah, man, I don't, I would love to come back as Spider-Man. I still have some years in me and this, that, and the other. I'm happy with what I've done with the movie, but I would love to come back. That changed. 2 interviews later, he was like, I don't know what the future is for Spider-Man and me, but he's like, hopefully, things can work out. That smells like negotiations right there, because the agency that has Tom Holland, obviously Robert Downey Jr. has a hand in this probably. Robert Downey Jr. wasn't going to do Age of Ultron until the actors took a cut in the budget to pay him more money. And we got a lot more films out of him. He got a lot more money. So I'm pretty sure he's telling Tom, like, you'll be dumb if you do these movies. Tom is only promised for 1 more film because that was in his contract. It's a borrowing type thing because Benedict Cumberbatch was borrowed for Far From Home. And the reverse of that deal was that we get Spider-Man in another MCU as a cameo. And that's that. Now, the 3 extra films is up in the air. If Sony wants to play ball with Marvel, they're gonna have to pay Tom Holland more money. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna have to come from the Sony side and not so much the Marvel side.
Oh yeah, so, I wonder how that contract works. That's actually a really good point, because even when even when Amy was in that interview, when she spilled those beans, like, we're not done with this Spider-Man in the Marvel universe.
Amy Pascal, that's it.
Yeah, like, how does that? I wonder how that contract works. Like, is it 60% is paid by Sony, 40 is by Marvel? If it's in the Marvel movies, like, how does that work? It was supposed to be Marvel's workhorses doing the movie, but Sony funding it. That's how it was in the beginning with Homecoming and what is it? Far From Home. Far From Home.
Far From Home. And No Way Home.
Yeah.
You notice there was a lot more Columbia Pictures, Sony Pictures. Like, you see those pop up a lot more than Marvel. So I believe this was way more of a Sony funded joint. Than what Marvel had a hand in it.
Is the one extra piece in his contract the Marvel piece that is freshman year, the cartoon?
I don't think so.
Because Marvel has the rights to do that, not Sony.
That was already in play, and apparently they already worked on that. But it was supposed to be 1 more MCU film that he has to do a cameo in. Could be Multiverse of Madness for all we know. We don't know.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for him to be in it, coming off of everything.
Because he had a hard reset, so to speak, and la-da-da. So hopefully that's
which we got to talk about here
soon. I know it was definitely not that, because it was literally you can borrow Doctor Strange if we can have Spider-Man back for this. It was, that was said, that was reported, that it was a borrow, we borrow situation. And
everyone shakes hands situation.
Yeah. So it makes sense. But Marvel, and from what we know, is Amy and Kevin Feige are really good friends. They knew each other for a long time, apparently since college or something. So I watched an interview with both of them, and they went into like their old times together, and they're very playful, to where Amy practically begged Kevin to help her make a good Spider-Man movie. That's That was the word. And they both agreed to it, and it was right there. And they went back and forth why Amy needs him and why she needs her, he needs her or whatever. But long story short, we don't know if we're gonna get another 3 more films with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Now, Andrew Garfield, the power of the fans, is promised to get a 3rd film. Everybody and their mom thinks is going to be a black symbiote suit film.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of Carnage, we saw what we saw. So I don't know. That can always change. Yeah, I only say.
Well, actually, there's. I mean, do we want to get into it? Because a lot of the things that you're talking about here, we could talk even more in detail when we talk about No Way Home, because there is things that with Carnage that go into the end of one of the credit scenes for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, but see, the funny thing is like, I don't know how far that's gonna go without knowing if Tom Holland is actually gonna be our Spider-Man, because the rumors, and we kind of talked about this on my stream, is that if there is another reset for Spider-Man, it's not gonna be Peter Parker, and I am for it because you just can't. You got 3, you just can't do it anymore. 3, everything comes in 3s.
Yeah,
they don't want to do a 4th. They better do Jessica, who is Spider-Woman. They better do Cindy Moon, who is Silk, or they better do Gwen
and Miles,
Spider-Gwen or Spider-Ghost, whichever one you want to say. They better do that. And apparently, Emma commented.
I heard that too. Yep.
That she was so for playing it, and I'm down for it.
I'm down for that too. It makes, especially seeing, yeah. How do I want to put this? So I do believe we're not going to have just one Spider-Man moving forward
I mean, they already said Miles Morales is
in the in the non animated,
Patterson.
Yeah, in the non-animated version. Like, I do think you're gonna see Tom Holland. We're gonna get at this point, I think they'd be stupid not to do an Amazing Spider-Man 3 at this point with Andrew Garfield, based off of all the love and passion and putting it out there.
So that's good.
We're gonna have Miles, and I think that's actually smart because you can now see you can get through a trilogy with Spider-Man if you do it right, but you at some point you just can't watch the same person over and over again do these, especially when you go that big with Multiverse of Madness bringing in Spider-Men. So being able to bring and expand upon their stories, whether it's those or you're bringing in new ones, it's almost stupid if they don't. Like, they may actually pull a Call of Duty for Spider-Man.
No, it's not me. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. It's
got to be Discord because my frames aren't dropping. I'm not getting an encoding error,
I don't think it's you.
And it happens. Anyway. It happened to me too a couple of times. So
yeah, it's sporadic.
That's what I think it is. But
if you guys hear noise, it's my dad working on floors, by the way.
Technique's getting fancy new floors.
Gonna slide. But Sony did say that they're restarting Spider-Man. Like, all of this was more so for Sony than MCU. That they are trying to create a Spider-Verse, which means Madam Web, which means Sinister Six.
Real Sinister Six, yeah.
The real Sinister Six, because if you saw the movie, you know why that's possible now.
Yeah.
The Inheritors, Hunter.
I mean, we know we're getting a Craven Hunter with Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Morbius, all that stuff. So
Blade.
It's looking good.
Oh no, Blade's Marvel, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Blade's Marvel. But it's supposed to be in collaboration with MCU though. It's not supposed to be just a Sony universe, because let's be real, MCU made that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Good. If it wasn't for them, we would just have another three and out.
Oh, so when we were bringing up Morbius before, you said you wanted to say something. Were you going to say that you think that's in the Andrew Garfield universe? So we're actually still going to live in that universe with Morbius. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's where you're going with that one. Okay.
Right, because first of all, they owe it to Andrew. Andrew
got the raw end of the deal.
Let's just be real. They did him really wrong. And he's actually he's a good Spider-Man. I don't think he's a great Peter Parker, but I think he's a great Spider-Man. So they owe it to him, and I think it's a really good fit. I think Tom Hardy and Venom, the way they are in that universe is really good for Andrew, because Andrew's more of the cockier version of Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good reset, and especially with the 60th anniversary relaunch of Amazing Spider-Man. I think all of that kind of goes and goes together really well. So and the ending of Amazing Spider-Man kind of was weird that they didn't do another movie. So it's just like, whatever, we'll see it. People may not have liked the Amazing Spider-Man movies as much as they liked,
Toby's or
Spectacular
Tom's,
Spider-Man or Tom Holland Spider-Man, but people love Andrew Garfield, and he can carry that alone by himself. And people loved Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone together. So it'll be nice, since we already had a disruption of the multiverse, and for what happened in the movie in No Way Home, when Andrew Garfield got his, whatever, kind of, well, fuck it, we're going to talk about it. So if you want to avoid spoilers, you might want to leave, because I'm going to go ahead and open the bag, because if I dance around it too much, I'm going to fucking spoil it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. So yeah, essentially right now, Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. We're going to discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just leave. Or wait. But yeah, so here we go. Spoiler alert. Andrew Garfield and oh yeah, have you guys watched it? If you haven't watched it, I'm about to open the bag. So I'm just saying, giving you guys some kind of warning right now. We already said this was gonna happen. Everybody's good? I'll give you 10 seconds to mute or leave.
4. Thank you. Look at. Oh my God! Spider-Man. Watch Spider-Man Far From Home. Spoiler alert! Spider-Man Far From Home. We should get like a what do you call it? We got to get like an image or graphic.
Yeah, we do have to get a spoiler banner.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah, we should just have a caption that goes across that says spoiler.
Far From Home. No Way Home. No Way Home. Sorry, No Way Home.
No Way Home. Sorry, No Way Home. I keep saying Far From Home. No Way Home. I watched Far From Home again, and I actually loved Far From Home, by the way. Loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it even more the fourth, fifth time that I watched it, which means that I'm going to really love No Way Home when I watch it more and more. Okay.
How many times have you seen it? Have you only seen it once, or have you seen it more than once so far?
I've only seen it once.
Okay.
God, Omnicron, fuck that. So here's the deal. So I'm going to bounce all over the place, all right? This is not a review of the movie. The movie was 10 out of 10 for me, 100%. More than that, if I had to go above it. One of the highest rated Rotten Tomatoes movie in 2021, 98%. It's nuts, okay? Coming from Rotten Tomatoes. So here's the deal. Back on Andrew Garfield, the fact that he got closure in the movie, I'm not gonna say for those that don't know, but Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, I mean, we all knew they were gonna be in the movie. I mean, obvious as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, he got closure, by helping save MJ, our MJ.
Well, about that one.
It makes so much sense since everything went in that world at the end, that Gwen comes back, but from a different universe as Spider-Gwen, and she meets up with Andrew Garfield in his third movie, and they take on Venom or whoever the heck they got to go against. Because here's the deal. Spider-Gwen has a watch that can travel to different dimensions. They show it in
Into the Spider-Verse.
The Spider-Verse movie, the second one, and it's all in the comics.
Yep.
It's all over the place. So it makes so much sense for her to show up. And I could just see the scene where he turns around, he's going back in his world from MCU, and then she's just standing there, type thing, or it'd just be so wild. It'd be so wild to see that, and I'd be so for it. I want to see those two lovebirds back together, because I love the mix up of not having another MJ. I love that it's Gwen Stacy and not the one from Tobey Maguire's movies.
You don't like Kirsten Dunst?
No, Gwen Stacy. Do you not?
Gwen Stacy. That's oh my God, that's Ron Howard's daughter. She's in the Jurassic movies. I can't remember her name. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Just like anyway.
Yeah, no. Yes, I'm sorry. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, so I can see, like, that makes sense to me, and I feel like that's the best closure possible for a third movie. If they keep him, they keep him. Then I also hope they keep Andrew Garfield for all of Sonyverse Spider-Verse. I really hope they do that. And I love Tom Holland over at MCU. I just want them to be there.
Yeah.
You know, I just leave them alone. And then we all know Toby's like the hardest person to get along with as paparazzi or anybody, because he just hates everybody. He's just, I don't know who pooped in his salad, but he's very angry person. When it comes to anybody trying to ask him anything about how he feels about anything, he just gets so angry. Probably because he's been messed with so much in his life. I don't know. But anyway, Far From Home. No Way Home. Too many homes. The start of the movie left off right when we left Far From Home, and it was brilliant. It flowed right into the mess.
Yeah.
Dude. The coolest. One of the coolest. Yeah, dude. So it was so good. It was so fun because it was a guy that he was really giddy that he finally got the girl that he loved, and all his world just kind of cracked apart after a week later.
Yeah.
And just don't know what the hell's going on. And he is just, him and his friends are just in the biggest mess. They don't know how to get out of it. And we finally got to see our Daredevil. And that right there, when he caught the brick, I was like, he ain't hiding shit, is he? I don't give a crap. And he was like, how did you do that? You know, so I love that scene a lot. It was really great. Seeing the awkwardness between Aunt May and Happy was great.
Yep.
That whole movie was just fantastically put together and written. The flow was incredible. It was like this. It wasn't like
yeah,
you know, or one of those roller coasters where you're like, oh my god, it's building up, and you just, you know how you get on a roller and it's just a turn. And it wasn't one of those. It was like a constant up and down. You don't know what's coming your way. You think you know, but they hit harder than you know. Yeah, Matt. Some of my favorite scenes was Doctor Strange vs. Spider-Man. Wow.
Yeah.
That scene, bro, it blew me away. What was one of your favorite scenes?
I like the darker part of it just because it shows you how crazy
that was good.
His spider senses when they're in the apartment, and he knows when someone changes, when he knows that when Norman Osborn does that change, he feels it, he senses it. We've seen it before in the movies, but like they've really started to show off his spider tingle with Tom, and it's been growing even more throughout the third. Very where good. This is like, it's been maturing. This is that big with one now. Yeah, with him, his exactly. Spider powers are maturing. And when that happened, I was like, oh! Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of those moments, but for some reason, there's something with that scene that just, the whole ambiance, the way it goes through, that ringing that's like going on in the background, the camera like, work, how it's, it made me feel awkward. Yes! I was like, what's going on? It was so good. It was so good. And I gotta give
Dafoe.
That man is a national treasure. Willem Dafoe is a national treasure, man.
This man acted his ever-living wrinkly ass off, boy. And he lifted weights for that movie. The dude was ripped. Like, he's, what, 70-something years old now? I don't even know anymore.
He's up there 60s. Now. Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Oh, man, I just love the fact that he said, I would not have done the movie if I didn't get to do all my stunts. He said something this big is not meant for someone to be in my shoes. I was like, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
You nailed it. There is no Green Goblin on this earth that can touch you ever. Like, he's such a great actor. He can play. The fact that he can mode switch like that makes me wonder how he is in real life, because method acting is a thing.
Yeah.
But he was just like,
his crazy,
like, damn, dude.
His crazy eyes. Oh my god, especially with the bomb in the building.
Yeah.
That was like, he's such a good actor, man.
The way he whooped Peter's ass, good. Damn, son.
That is something we need to talk about. We're not going to go there yet, but the certain aspects of the video game, Spider-Man video game, being brought over into the movie and the homage to it, and there is a lot to it, but I do got to give them kudos. I didn't know if they were going to do it, and I was surprised that they did it because it took the third movie to do it, but I understand why they did it. But how they did it, I actually wasn't upset with, just because of how they did it on top of the no. With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, it was perfect. It was the best one.
Yeah,
Literally
like
the best one. It wasn't cheesy.
It was corny. It's been cheesy throughout. You could say the first one, whatever, but
this one hurt,
this
bro.
one hurt, man.
No, hurt.
But it hurt, but then it brought it together. And that's what made
matured Peter immediately.
Yeah,
you know,
actually,
it was really crazy because he was a kid this whole time, but when he lost everything, that's the best shot scene in any MCU. And I'm going to say this. I mean, and this is strong because Black Panther, the waterfall, when you first walk onto it was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, the scene where he's standing in front of the big picture when
Getting emotional right
is
now,
recording, and he's just standing there with his back turned, he's got blood coming out of his eyes, his face, and it's just the rain hitting, and they zoomed out. Literally everything paused for me, and I was just like, this is dark. This could have been rated R if they wanted to. Like, what is Peter gonna do? Is he gonna hold his punches now? Like, he is ready to kill somebody.
Someone stopped holding their punches too. Yeah.
Yes. And they brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
That Peter was just holding his punches the whole time. Like, oh god, the movie's so good. And oh my god, one of the biggest things that I have to compliment is Zendaya and
It did
Jake,
get real heavy, yeah.
how they supported Tom Holland in this movie with their acting. It was so good. Jamie Foxx, another amazing.
Oh, he got the biggest glow up of them all.
He got his due diligence.
I was really happy to see that,
and they put it in the movie about it too.
Yeah,
you know, it's really important that they did that because a lot of people were questioning, like, why does this black man have to look like this in this time, and you know, this, that, and the other. So the fact that he was just like, oh yeah, I got a fade, like, oh man, he's just standing there and looking at my naked ass, like, you know, like the things he was saying, I was just like, not only did he get an upgrade visually, attitude
everything
wise, like everything upgraded, you know, and we were kind of getting this much of that in the end of the Amazing Spider-Man movie, but I was just like, they never stopped filming the movies. This feels too good. Too good. You know, they watched those movies, man. You know, they had to go back and watch Tobey Maguire's movies again and Andrew Garfield's movies again, and it just came together. Oh,
they had the right people there. They had the right people there to do it. They picked the best actors to pinpoint the big beats on essentially the big protagonists and antagonists. They used secondary characters for what they were, right? I mean, I can't think of other secondary characters from either Toby's or Andrew's that would have made sense.
You know what's funny?
I mean, they could have used people, but then it just would have opened up a different can of worms. Like if you wanted to bring back James Franco or something like that. I actually kind of like how they used these other characters, and because it kind of was just what it was. It was just
they were monumental though, and I feel like they're the only ones that could have done what they did the correct way.
Yeah.
But funny enough, Sandman wasn't actually there. The dude that plays it apparently was CG.
Yeah, it was CG,
the
and it
whole
was
time.
They actually did. I brought them up before. Cardo Crew. They reused a lot of shots and just kind of played around with different edits and whatnot. Specifically, the scene.
It's scary that they can do that, man.
The scene when they were in the tower when he gets cured. That's straight from Amazing Spider-Man. I'm sorry, from Spider-Man 3. Excuse me. Him coming like his hand and everything straight from Spider-Man 3. But
which was fine. It worked perfectly. It worked.
My question for you then. I have a question for you as we go through this. So I may have missed something plot hole wise. So one of the reasons why they were brought to the universe because of the spell that was messed up, right?
Yeah.
They were the Spider-Man and their villains were brought to here because of I messed this up 6 times. Now there was something that I may have. He said 6 times. I'm going to specifically go to Jamie Foxx.
The spell turned into something that wasn't intended. So it went from being a erase spell to something completely different.
Yeah, right? because he wanted to make sure everyone forgot that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Now, I could be very wrong, but in Amazing Spider-Man 2, that was the Electro one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he not know that he's Spider-Man? Because even in the movie, when Andrew takes off his mask, man, he goes,
no, he knows.
Man, he goes, man, I really wished you were black under there or something like that.
Oh, no, he don't know. He don't know.
So then why was he brought over? Because if it's supposed to be... I may be missing something here because I was just hyped.
They weren't brought over. They came over. So think of
Okay.
it like this.
Yeah.
So think of a door opening and you walking through it. So a lot of the times, the way they explained it was things were happening in those universes, caught their attention, and they walked through this hole and they ended up there because Doc Ock said that.
Yeah.
I had Peter in the collapse of my hands, you know, and like
And then he
I
had to
was just
pause
about
to think.
snap his neck, and then I walked through here. You know, I came here. So yeah. But that whole thing about, you know, I thought you were black thing, and that's obvious. That's a clear Miles Morales.
I got a cousin. Yeah, like
Yeah.
That was pretty
through.
cool. I mean, outside of the hardcore in your face nods, right, to Easter eggs and things like that, there was those little blips here and there. Obviously, the Miles reference, I mean, which was also in Far From Home, but that was also from the deleted scene. That was Donald Glover. You got a little bit of Thor.
Doesn't need to be Aaron Davis, for God's sakes. He doesn't. No, please. I'd rather be him. You just don't need Donald Glover in there, and just let him help produce.
Prowler, yeah, you don't need him in there. But yeah, I mean, it brings it to a conclusion. It resets for the future. It allows.
Okay, let me ask you, how did you like the ending? The ending.
Yeah, which was from Spider-Man, the game.
What do you mean?
Dude, he brings up the phone. He gets the suit. He slides the clothes. That's straight from Spider-Man, the video game.
Brings up the phone. Oh, you talking about through the? You talking about when he's in the apartment?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So
not that part. So before that.
What part? Wait. What?
With Zendaya and Jake.
It makes sense as to how and why we got there, and it also Ned leads into future things. Because what is the one thing that Ned said in the movie when they were talking about friends going against? He goes, "I'll never do that. I know you. You're my best friend. I'll never go against you. I'll never turn into that." And now he doesn't know.
He said in his family there was magic, and he was able to use the.
I like that.
Yeah, he was able to use the dimension, whatever you call it, the ring.
I mean, I mean, am I upset a little bit because I want them to be a thing, and I like their whole story arc through the first things, and now you're kind of wiping it out. But I understand why. I assume I understand why for the future. So I'm okay with it. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm okay with it because I understand. I believe the plot points for it. Not only just now in the future. What about you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
It's a split because like he promised her, he truly loved her. He never experienced love. He promised her that he'd go back for her, and Ned. I mean, like, how can you do that to them? You know, it's like, how can you? But at the same time, in his head is like he don't want to lose them again. You know, but he can always watch them from afar, and I get that, and I get that this was a reset. This was a way of him separating himself from Avengers and everything else because he's not using a high tech suit anymore. He's going with his gut instinct now because with great power comes great responsibility. It's woven in him now.
And you've seen how his spider sense matured. Go ahead.
Right, and to piggyback that, they hardcore pounded it in our head in Homecoming that the suit does not make Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So that scene is super important at the end. I wish I could pause it in the movie theater. He's knitted his suit. No technology.
They have the sewing machine there. Yep. It's all 100%
he has minimalistic items in his apartment.
In his broke ass apartment.
we got Mr. I'm late on rent every month, Peter Parker. We have our suburban boy back. He might be in Hell's Kitchen. But here's a funny thing that you
he's right outside of Rockefeller Center though.
And you know who else was out there?
Yes. Yep.
Hawkeye.
Yep.
So we got our answer.
Yes, we did.
So we got our answer. It's around the same time. I don't think it's exactly at the same moment, obviously, because Spider-Man they would have seen him and he would have seen shit going on and it would have been a whole thing. But it is leading up to probably weeks after Spider-Man went solo. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. With the end of Hawkeye and the end of Spider-Man, it actually brings the Marvel universe together into I know it's a couple of years from now, but into the present. Because everything before this, Wanda and all them, it was jumping all over the place. We are now officially have a point in time to reference to say this is the present. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the chances that we see, if we get another 3 films, they will be Spider-Man films, but more than likely we're going to see Spider-Man with Fantastic Four or Young Avengers. Those are going to line up, which I'm leaning more to the Young Avengers than Fantastic Four because we have no news on Fantastic Four. Young Avengers is already being built.
We do. It is reported that John Watts' next movie is Fantastic Four, so that may get underway sometime this year. Maybe sooner rather than later.
Clearly, so that's there, and it could go with the whole. I don't know.
Well,
because
Hawkeye
we're still dancing around this Hydra thing, so that's still up in the air. Hydra in the takeover of Shield, that's still in there. We still need Nick Fury. He's still around, which will probably be in Captain Marvel, more than likely. Or Miss Marvels or Marvels, whatever they're gonna call it. But yeah, it's interesting how this stuff is coming together. The fact that we have Spider-Man going outside there makes me think that there will be 3 other films. They're probably gonna give Tom Holland whatever he wants. If they're smart, they do it. If they want to make more money, they will do it. But we probably won't see Spider-Man for a while now, and I'm happy for that. I'm good. The tension is out.
Yeah.
Ned is definitely not returning to Spider-Man. That was said by him.
He said the actor that played Ned. He said
he's Ned
done.
Is not going to be in Spider-Man anymore. Not returning. But that doesn't go to say that Ned is not going to turn into something else. I mean, he said Ned is not returning. It wasn't like I'm not returning to the MCU, but Ned is not going to be any more Spider-Mans. He said that. Granted, things can change. Now Zendaya, the powerhouse that she is,
she's coming back,
is rumored to come back as a hero. So, Spider-Woman? I don't know. So it's kind of funny how they said it because they want her in the MCU. They know how much of a powerhouse she's like. Her and Haley Steinfeld, the hottest things to hit the market right now.
Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh, yeah.
So those 3,
God, so good.
Hottest things hit the market. I'm almost positive we're gonna get a Katie Bishop and Yelena show movie something. We're definitely gonna get something there. There's something there. There's no way that Marvel sits here and makes GIFs and puts them on their Twitter and Instagram constantly of those 2 if there wasn't going to be something there. It's just too much. They're marketing that too much, and it's been gone for too long. And I love to see it because I love Florence Pugh right now. Oh my God, her and Haley would be so great together. Jeremy Renner definitely going to be returning at some point. Probably going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Maybe a little bit after that, probably in Hawkeye season 2, which we're positive we're gonna get a season 2 because they're already talking about things a little too much. I don't think they want to put that bombshell on us. Now, Vincent
D'Onofrio. Dude, my brain is so shot over the. We haven't been on for a couple of weeks now, obviously because of the holiday and Christmas and the New Year. And did we talk about the Hawkeye season finale? I don't remember.
I think we danced around it, but we didn't go ham on it.
Okay.
But
and there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, we did because we talked about how good he was.
Yes, yes, you're right.
The fight scene was great between those 2. He felt like the real Kingpin, and he wore the shirt and the outfit that Kingpin is known for.
The cane, finally. You got the good cane.
With the Hawaiian shirt. He did it. He did that. So. We're definitely going to get him back in Daredevil apparently, but we don't know where he sits in MCU wise. So we're trying to figure that out. But
in the movie universe.
In the movie universe, but apparently in the show, the movie and the show universe are the same. MCUs are the same, but we don't know if we know that Matt Murdock is finally brought over, but we might get that Matt Murdock might not be the same as Netflix Matt Murdock. So it might be a reset there because. I don't know what they're planning, but I saw 2 publications saying that the events in Daredevil may or may not carry over, but I'm pretty sure they will because they put them back on Netflix. So I think it is going to carry over because it's kind of coinky dink that they just went ahead and put Daredevil back on there when the Hawkeye was out. So it's just kind of like, hey, Matt Murdock's in Spider-Man and Kingpin is in this. So we kind of want you to know who the hell who Daredevil is. Like I said, Marvel and Disney's marketing and advertising agencies, I'm pretty sure they don't do things just to do it.
They do everything for a reason. You're 100%. You're 100% right on that. I mean, I think they came out and said it. I could double check and look it up, but I think they did say that my Daredevil is from this universe, and Vincent said this is the MCU and
Yes.
the one that you saw. So whether or not what the future is going to be, if they're going to play with the multiverse, like we were talking about Andrew Garfield and going into different universes, I don't know.
I don't think they're going to be a part of it. I think that's solely MCU. But the thing is that
No,
we don't know what.
So Charlie Cox, that Daredevil is the Netflix Daredevil, and he's supposed to show up in She-Hulk and Moon Knight as well. I've been reading.
That's what I'm saying. He's MCU.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're talking about Sonyverse.
Oh, Sonyverse. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Sonyverse, they're not going to show up in it. I don't even think they exist yet in Sonyverse. But
okay, I see what you're saying now. My bad.
I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know what we're gonna get, Matt Murdock we're gonna get, is like we might get Matt Murdock that's seasoned, or we're gonna get Matt Murdock from Netflix. Matt Murdock, time wise, is what I'm saying. We don't know when it takes place in the MCU, like what time period that went on. So I'm thinking what happened in Hawkeye definitely happened after Vincent got out of jail to take back his city, right? Because Matt Murdock got his ass behind bars and he was working inside the jail cell, and he had something, and then I have to watch the series again, but he was saying something like
yeah, I remember the
I don't need to be out there to run the
yeah.
city or some shit. You know, I don't know. But now he's like, I gotta take back my city. And the funny thing is, we know it because he's not rich anymore. He's like hiding in the most dingiest basement ass places ever. You know, he's got nice clothes. He has an apartment in Manhattan.
Tracksuit gang is working for him. I mean, come on, yeah.
Yeah, he's not no gigantic ass building like he was before. You know, he's the have all his assets. So
do you think he got blipped?
To happen later.
Do you think he got blipped? Or do you think he lived through the blip because that's how he is today? Or he got blipped, lost everything, and now he's trying to come back.
The city is not his anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I'm pretty sure whenever we get into Daredevil, they're gonna really adjust the blip. They're probably gonna address the blip because they did it in everything since the blip. Every show had the blip in it.
It has explained it and talked to it.
Had the blip in it. Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki.
Hawkeye was mainstayed around it because of Yelena. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yelena, excuse me.
So yeah, it's all that stuff. So I like what they're doing. I just want to know where they're going. I mean, Riri Williams is getting a lot of airtime right now, vocally. Like they're talking about her a lot. I would love to get Robert Downey Jr. back, even if he's a freaking AI in a suit. I'd be ecstatic to just have him back for the TV series for just a season.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you actually. Yeah. So we've had our conversations about this, but like last week or a week and a half ago, it was either right before New Year or right after New Year. Twitter was tweeting. Twitter was trending. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Recast T'Challa. Because
of Shuri, I forgot her name, but because of the actress
that was because of her and her whole stance on things and how she was speaking. Okay, so they were under the assumption that she's
going to get vaccinated, honestly, and I think everything's going to be fine. Ryan Coogler's not going to just go like, okay, guys. He's not that type of director.
Yeah.
And they're not going to just pull that from him and give it to somebody else. They're stupid.
I would hope her management is also in her ears right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what are you doing?
I want to be like, what is wrong with you, man? But she's in the EU, and I don't know what they think over there, but she's about to botch one of the biggest things in her career, and it's not only going to hurt her in the MCU, it's going to hurt her all around the board.
Yeah.
So I hope she gets her stuff together. Thank goodness Black Panther was put on pause anyway, so she has some time to like really reflect on things. But they're not going to recast T'Challa at all. That's never going to happen. They even they stated it. They saw that it trended, and they said we will never replace T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman is not replaceable. So
he really isn't replaceable. You're right.
Thank you on that, because they would lose me big time if they did some shit like that. I'd be like, all right, DC, you got like. But
it's one thing to take over the role as Black Panther. It's another thing to play T'Challa. Yeah, it's respect. Yeah, it's
not
everything.
like he messed up Black Panther. He made T'Challa.
Yeah, he did
a very good job with it, and just
fantastic.
Keep it there. Even if they had to bring back Michael B. Jordan and have Killmonger as Black Panther, I'm cool with it.
There's
it was a thing.
So many different things you could do with that.
Yeah, they could do White Tiger. I mean, they could do whatever they want. They could do the Dora Milaje and have like literally a whole story behind them, because because Black Panther did go away. The whole nation turned on Black Panther. Wakanda was against him.
Yeah.
And the Dora Milaje came up with a new sect that went around and did what the Black Panther did, but with more people. So it could happen. And Shuri wasn't a part of that because Shuri was captured.
Yeah.
So they can literally box off that story if they wanted to.
So
So there's so many things.
So, you know, as I said before, Spider-Man No Way Home obviously had some visual Easter eggs, some not so visual Easter eggs that you have to look into, and also some thinking into the future. And we just talked about Ned Leeds, Jake, what's his actor's name again?
Jake.
Jake.
I forgot his last name.
You know, if you didn't realize at the end, Zendaya, even though she forgot, she was wearing a certain necklace still, the Black Dahlia necklace that meant so much between them. So that's a whole potential plot
I
point.
think the relationship is going to come back around full circle, but it may not be the way we want it. And
but
big theory here, I'm a theory craft. The next time we see Spider-Man, if Tom Holland signs, is going to be Felicia Black Cat. And let me tell you why.
Oh, okay.
Because we're leaving one love interest to visit another one. And we know one of the first people that Spider-Man runs into is Black Cat. And go back, write it down. I showed Mochi. Tell me why. In Far From Home or Homecoming, there was an extremely platinum-haired goddamn girl in that school. There ain't nobody else with that vibrant, long platinum hair in that school, but she is shot in that. She is in that shot, and they keep it on that camera in the background for a good bit. Just saying, I feel like that's Felicia.
I mean, it's kind of like he's, you know what, Spider-Man doesn't really get it as much as Iron Man, Tony Stark, and even Batman, Bruce Wayne. But Peter Parker's a freak. He's definitely had a couple of love interests.
He's a bachelor, man.
He's definitely
been with so many women.
Yeah, I mean,
he even had sex with his clone.
I mean,
That's
even in
that's crazy, bro.
I mean, even in the video game, the expansions with Black Cat, like that's another thing too.
Okay,
like, goddamn,
I let Black Cat do whatever she wanted to do in that expansion. She was wild, bro.
She was wild.
Fickle.
3 C's.
I was like, wow. All right, Felicia. Peter, you, because we seen Peter MJ in the game. We were like, Felicia. Okay, anyway.
But to reel it back in, the reason why I said that is prior to our little hiatus, you brought up the Russo brothers. I mean, this whole experience, multiverse and madness as well, which we got to talk about actually. Do you think we got a Secret Invasion that is going to be Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Do you think we're going to get a Secret Wars now? Because that is the rumor around the water cooler.
Phase 5 or 6.
Saying the next Avengers
Secret Wars has to have Young Avengers in it. 100%. Secret Wars can't be a Secret Wars without the Avengers. Like, yeah, you know, it just has to happen. Miles Morales is a big part of that. I mean, huge in the fucking comic book. I mean, matter of fact, it kind of circulates around him. So I wonder how they're going to do that.
And doesn't it revolve around? And I could be very wrong about this because I may be mixing two things: the Dark Avengers with Norman Osborn as well, or is that something else?
Yeah, something else. Because wait, we're talking about Secret Wars.
I think I'm mixing two things together. I'm definitely mixing two things together. I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah, I'm mixing two things together. I'm just being a silly goose.
Yeah. See, I think it's all full circle because now we're learning about that there's multiple universes. We're learning that there's celestial beings out there that watch over, like Molecule Man and stuff like that. Is something we're getting into. Thor: Love and Thunder soon, and that's going to have a lot of stuff to deal with, a lot of things. That's going to answer a lot of questions. We're getting our Young Avengers set up. We have new Black Widow, we have new Hawkeye, we have new Spider-Man. Essentially, we have Riri Williams coming into the fray soon. She-Hulk coming into the fray. There's just too much there not to have them together. We have Miss Marvel coming up. I mean, those are all Young Avengers. All we need is Nova Corp. All we need is Nova Corp. And I think they need to either can Eternals and let it do its own thing on the side, whatever they want to do with that, and bring Nova Corp in and introduce that whole world of Nova Corp, because it'll literally connect everything. Nova Corp works well with everything. Like, they fit right in the middle. Fantastic Four, of course, coming in. Then we can get our New Mutants.
Yeah, we're going to be getting the New Mutants.
You know, like, God, there's just so much right there. They have probably phase 6, 7, and 8. I mean, they probably have all these phases up to 10. I mean, honestly, at this point, there's so much there. We still have Blade to worry about. We still have the dark side of Blade. Like, are they going to do a rated R? Are they going to do PG-13? We don't know. Disney is not a rated R company, so we're probably going to do PG-13. But they're borderlining the hell out of PG-13. Let me tell you.
I mean, they did say Deadpool will be rated R. They're not going to pull punches with Deadpool.
That's true. So we might get rated R Blade.
I think if it's a character that lends itself to that, and it is that, I believe they're gonna go with it. I hope that they go that route to an extent.
I mean, they did that
to an extent.
Who did Logan?
That was Fox, and that was oh my god, what's his name? He's actually a really good director too. I can't think of his name. Kevin, was it Vaughn? No.
I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the actor. Yeah, Hugh Jackman was the actor. Yeah, but the director.
James Mangold. James Mangold. Yeah.
Oh, also, oh my god, I lost it. It was something we were talking about. Oh my god. Oh, so yeah, Watts is directing. Said he would come back and direct Andrew Garfield's third movie. By the way.
Really? He said that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one? He did Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, right?
No, John Watts did Homecoming and Far From Home. I don't know who the director was for the Amazing.
Who went to the movie theater with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? It was John Watts?
Oh, you're talking about?
Didn't they all sneak into the?
I don't know. It may have been him, but Mark Webb did the Amazing Spider-Man. He was the director of the Amazing Spider-Man.
I want to say it was John. It was either John Watts or I think it was John Watts that was in that picture with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They all had on hats and they snuck into the movie theater to watch the movie. And whoever that was said he would direct Andrew Garfield's third movie. So I don't know who that was, but I can't remember on top of my head. I have too much stuff in my head to put it together. Oh my God, it's already 1:12 and
I know.
There's just so much, guys. Like the comic book world, this is so fantastic because our world is breaking apart. We might as well have the fucking Doctor Strange might as well have ripped our world apart because with all this Omicron stuff and all these mutations, and we might come out mutants by the end of the 2023 might be all having some mutant shit happening. We might have 2 tails, 3 6 toes. Yeah, something might happen. Speaking of which, X-Men 97 is coming.
Yes, I saw that. Yep.
Really excited about it. Can't wait to show my wife that whole world.
It was I think the voice actor of Wolverine said I'm officially back in the studio. Like it's all underway now. So like that's exciting, man.
Showed everything.
Yep, that's really exciting. We talked about this. I think you theory crafted. Think about maybe people watching or you being smart. Who is now officially rumored by the head honcho sources to be introduced in Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah.
You said that would be a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's come on, man.
He's not in-game boss either. We just starting. We're climbing the ladder. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like I'm telling you guys, I don't know. I believe superpowers are real because I feel like I got premonition. And not only that, this is why I hate. I should be a reviewer. I think once I hit like the 50s, when I get my 50s, I'm gonna like get those like movie glasses, and I'm probably gonna just like do a website and blog and just like completely dissect movies from the inside out or trailers, and that way, you know, I could be a spoiler source or something for people because I feel like I always smell this stuff. But yeah, it's. I mean, I think the only people that can do Doctor Doom justice is Disney, Marvel. I just don't think. I mean, damn, obviously Fox can't do shit. So it's it's a good way. And Doctor Doom bounces between mutants and the Avengers and everything else. So it's kind of nice to have that there. That's all I gotta say. We still have up in the air Warlock. And I don't know, he's gotta be in Thor: Love and Thunder
Adam
or
Warlock?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's gotta be. Dude.
You didn't see who's the actor and everything?
Adam Warlock.
Yeah, you didn't see who the actor is? Whoa! You missed all the news?
Well, not even that. I'm just like, when they're gonna introduce the dude? Like,
in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they already have like everything is out there. So
okay, good. I was hoping because I saw a lot of what ifs.
So
versus...
it's Will Poulter. Look him up.
Will Poulter.
You think of him from all these other shows and everything. You don't think of him as it, but
Poulter.
Yeah.
Will Poulter?
Yeah, he was officially.
God,
no. We talked about this casting, I think. But wait. Oh, wait. Official Look at
I see it.
Will. Yeah,
James
Poulter.
Gunn says fans will appreciate Will Poulter's Adam Warlock and God.
Yeah,
He
so
kind of looks the part.
it's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's officially in there.
So weird looking.
But there was a picture of him like holding a mask, looking brolic, by the way. And oh my God, who is it? I think it was James Gunn tweeted it. James Gunn tweet Adam Warlock. Oh my great googly moogly. Where is it?
He could do it. I see him with blonde hair. He could do it. He could do it. He could do it.
Yeah, no, he's I think the picture that I saw, and I can't seem to find it right now just by like a quick
Is
Google
the one
search.
where he's here? I think I got it.
You probably just go to Twitter and just type in James Gunn.
Oh no, this is something else.
I think it was James Gunn tweeted it.
I mean,
Which is still crazy to see him go back and forth so much. James Gunn and like seamlessly between DC and Marvel and just put all this stuff out there. Like this guy's a legend, and I really hope.
No, James Gunn is great. I honestly feel like James Gunn, he knows what he's doing. People trust him. People trust him so much his cast is willing to leave with him. So I don't doubt anything that he does. I think his Guardians of the Galaxy universe is fire. I think it's amazing. I think it's a great break from the hardcore, intense moments of MCU, and he kind of gives you that same vibe, but like kind of like sweetens it up a little bit. So I do like it, and I can see that actor being Warlock. When I saw him with blonde hair just now, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of see it. Yeah. That works. I mean, nobody can cast worse than Quicksilver. That was horrible.
Quicksilver or Silver Surfer, or both?
No, Quicksilver.
I know Aaron Taylor Johnson. That was bad.
What's his face from American Horror Story? Come on, bro.
Oh
like
yeah.
That casting was like, what
yeah.
the freak? Like, just can't. Anyway, it's some people just play certain characters. I just can't see them as anything else, and they just need to stay in their zone. Like, stay in your lane, bro. But anyway, yeah, very good. All right, we won't go far. I told you guys we did some spoilers of Far From Home or No Way Home. Excuse me, God, No Way Home. But when you watch the movie, you're still gonna be very surprised.
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff.
All I gotta say is if you're Pinoy, Filipina, you're gonna really enjoy it.
That scene was great too.
The grandmother. Wow, that was a very Filipino moment. I loved it. Yeah, the MCU is definitely they. It's like all the stuff that they needed to do to prove to fans that they can handle it that's all that pressure's gone, and all they can do now is just create. And they're in a wonderful spot, and they are movies right now. They are the movies. So, comic book movies is a beautiful time to be alive, to see comic book movies take over pretty much every source media there is. Video games, TV shows, movies, books, novels, audiobooks. They're all over the place, and it's great, and I love it. Nerdom is here. Nerd culture is evolving, and I'm here for it. So yeah, we mentioned Spider-Man 60th anniversary relaunch. They're relaunching Amazing Spider-Man with some pretty cool stuff to boot. So let me go back. One of the original artists that worked on Amazing Spider-Man when it first came out is back on the table. They have a bunch of different variants. Remember how I mentioned Felicia, who is Black Cat? Well, one of my friends, Stanley, aka Art Germ, worked on a variant cover, and it was MJ and Felicia on that cover. So it's kind of interesting to me how all this shit's starting for a sucker. And if you don't think that people talk together, whether it's Marvel's comics versus Marvel MCU, though they are different universes, they work off of each other in tandem, because that's how you cross market and cross advertise.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go even further than that. I did a show with Xbox Thursday, and I had Bill Wagner on there, who's a lead designer on Marvel Avengers, the game, and he confirmed, and I can say this because he said it live, that they go in meetings with Marvel and Disney all the time, and they get to see what's coming out way before it comes out.
Oh yeah,
way before it's announced, to prepare themselves for what they're going to bring to the table. That only means cross-referencing. Spider-Man, it wasn't a coinky-dink that Spider-Man was pushed back a whole year almost, because he came out, what followed? The movie. She-Hulk coming out, what's following? The show. They're all working together in tandem, even though they're from different universes, because the MCU outfits are the highest selling outfits in the store. When anything goes on sale in the marketplace for our Avengers, those don't. I spent $1,400 each outfit today just to have MCU outfits. Didn't care. Not $1,400. 1,400 credits was like $14 or so, but still, $14 a damn skin. So there you go. Those are all working together. So just seeing those things come together is kind of nice. So I'm going to pick up this comic book. I held off reading Miles Morales for a while so I can just binge read it. But I will pick up this new Amazing Spider-Man with a fresh look, because I like Amazing Spider-Man a lot. I don't like Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't like adult Peter Parker. He's annoying.
He's annoying.
They should have relaunched that, honestly. I think Amazing Spider-Man was in a good place. I think they should have relaunched Spectacular Spider-Man. He's the oldest Spider-Man, like, and literally, like, oldest comic book and oldest Spider-Man in general. And I really wish they do something with that. The Batman, another trailer. By the time we see the movie, we didn't seen the movie. You know, I didn't watch it, but somebody told me that trailer was long. It was like a 3-minute trailer.
It was almost a 3-minute trailer. Yeah.
3 minute. Yeah.
Yeah. It really did a lot for people that may have still been on the edge. But that second trailer, like after we talked about it, you're like, I'm in. I want to see what they're gonna do, regardless if it is or isn't part of it. Yeah. Like I'm in, and it didn't give away too much more. Like, was it needed? No, but I get it. Like, it's the official last trailer. They really didn't pull punches on Zoe's Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. I think she's gonna do really fantastic.
She'll do great.
Especially it was in the other trailers, but like that back and forth scene where she's doing she's finding like on the floor doing some spins and kicks, and he's pulling back like
Capoeira almost.
Yeah, Capoeira. That's what I was thinking for. It's I'm excited to see it. It comes out March 4th, I believe.
A non-blonde head, started out ditzy, and ended up being super because she fell off a balcony type shit. We need that to go away, you know, or she went through. She was a child that was poor, that was stealing people's shit. We needed that to kind of go away, because honestly, those portrayals of Catwoman never fit Catwoman. Yeah. So very true. The TV series of Catwoman, she was talking about how she's in Gotham and she was kind of, you know, not on the poor side, and she was still. But she looked like she got her makeup done every day. She was this like person that you would never see in the hood. Let's just be real.
You talking about Gotham? You talking about Gotham? Selena Kyle? Yeah. No, she's.
And I was like, that it doesn't fit. You know, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. You know, it was great, but for where it was. But that's old.
Yeah, that's old now.
Let it go.
89. Yeah, it's 1989, right, or something like that.
It was an 89 version of Catwoman, and I was here for it. But we need something fresh and new, and we got Robert Patterson up there, fresh and new. Okay, great. We have too many damn Batman, but all right, I'm here for this one because this one's losing it. This Batman is closest to Joker than we ever seen. That's great. And that can make for a really good future. And if Robert destroys it, I'm here for it. Like, destroys in a good way. And that, so seeing her as Batwoman, I'm like, all right, okay, this is a new, fresh take on her. Not many people are going to like it because, you know... But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But the funny thing is, if you look at even the original Adam West series, it was person of color, black. Like it wasn't a white.
Ain't nobody gonna jump on you.
No. I honestly don't at this point in time with everything going on. I don't know what I'm supposed to say or not going to say.
You can say person of color.
But yeah, but no, it's she's not white and blonde. I mean, I understand Michelle Pfeiffer and everything, but it's not a white blonde anymore. And I love
Asian in the TV series, right? She's Asian in
in Batgirl, in Batgirl on the CW.
Yeah.
I know I think I'm pretty sure it's a white woman.
What did I say? Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy, yeah.
That's an Asian woman I saw on Twitter.
But I mean, one of the things I like about it, and Silly Hands said it too, like they're going the dirty hand style of it. Like she works in the Iceberg Lounge. Like, is she a waitress? Is she a stripper? Is she like, what is going on? Like, she's not.
I like it.
Gotham
was never meant to be a paradise. It was meant to be the roughest like town you could be in. The rich, it will always get richer. The poor will always feel poorer. The poor has to fight, claw, and scratch their way up to be respected by this. The politicians don't give a shit about you. That's Gotham. Like, that's what I fell in love with when I was like a big fan of DC, is that we have something that's not Marvel. Marvel and Disney being together is perfect, because Marvel.
Oh, you're right. It
Disney,
is Asian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Marvel is. You're fine. Marvel is a Disney. Before even they got with Disney, it's happily ever after. You might have some deaths, you might have some bad things, but they always come back. It's just like, that's kind of where Marvel is. DC has always been the dark and gritty. It's always been people turning the other cheek, or you think he's a hero and he does something that you can't. It's unforgivable, and
Yep.
it weighs on the character, and it shows in their face. And they're not all, Bruce Wayne. It's been a long time since I've seen a clean shaved Bruce Wayne. He's always had scruffs and scars and bruises, and and that's the type of stuff. And I think Robert's gonna be. I mean, saw him. He took off his shirt. Man was beat up, bro. Like, it was like, are you Batman? All those bruises on you, type thing, And it's like the reality of it. Like, his body takes a toll when he jumps off a building. Those are questions that we've been asking for so long. It's like he's not a metahuman yet, in this series. So what happens? He's young, he's reckless, he makes mistakes, he puts himself out there, he doesn't care, he goes beyond the lines drawn, and now that builds up such a good relationship with Joker, because Joker can actually say, we're just alike, and he can actually fight back, say, no, we're not, I lost everything, and so they can have that go back and forth. But honestly, I hope they don't just jump straight to Joker anymore. I want them to explore Scarecrow and how scary of a character he is. Scarecrow is scary, dude. Like, one of the most powerful characters in DC, in Gotham. I want them to do Clayface. I wouldn't mind them revisiting Bane and giving us less of the overly intelligent Bane and giving us a ruthless, menacing, like, this is my turf killer,
Yeah.
Like, I want all that stuff. Croc, dude, Croc.
Right, Croc, yeah. He's a
nightmare,
beast,
bro.
man.
It's a nightmare. We need that stuff. Like, you don't go in the sewers, you don't do this. So you just need this stuff to where, Robin almost died so many times by these characters. And those are stuff that I want.
Yeah.
And I want Robin to show up. A real Robin that is tangible to us in the DC universe,
So in the Batgirl TV series that is coming out on HBO Max, they put up a mural that shows Batman, and it actually has the yellow crest Batman on it. But next to it is Robin. So it's saying there is a Robin in this universe that is the Batgirl universe.
Robin? Whoa.
So I don't.
That would be so smart.
Yeah,
though.
it would be, because he's going to be the guy that's
Old Man
overseeing
Bruce
everything.
as an apprentice.
Yep.
That would be they would have me at that.
I mean, and they're saying that there's
Michael
casting.
Keaton's Batman Yellow Emblem is
It's the only one thus far that has been shown in anything. Yeah, in anything, either TV or movie. So they have been saying that they have been trying to cast Dick Grayson. So it makes perfect sense. Like, the two and makes 4, not 5. Like, it's adding up at this point for sure. But back to, like, it's based on the trailers and what we've seen from the Riddler and how he's taking people's faces off.
How do you feel about the Riddler's outfit?
So I'm not talking about the outfit, but I like how they're going dark serial killer jigsaw vibe. Like, because Riddler has been portrayed by Jim Carrey. It's been corny. It's been crazy, but the Riddler,
corny, though.
It has always been corny
to a sick degree. Corny.
Yes, and that's why I like this.
Not Jim Carrey, but like this really silly-looking man that does these really awful things. You find bodies where he's been. Like, your prize for winning solving the puzzle was a dead body.
Yeah,
like those type things.
Congratulations, you're dead.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm glad you solved this puzzle, but you did it too short, or you did it too late. And here's your prize,
Well, actually, in the trailer, you do get, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but you do get to see Batman being the detective that is Bruce Wayne, which I like how they're going that route. We've seen Batman being Batman. We've seen Bruce Wayne be Bruce Wayne. We've never seen the real detective Batman, which he is a detective. And in this, their James Gordon starts telling about the riddle, and you just see a pan over to Batman. Justice. That's justice, or whatever his voice is, which actually doesn't sound that bad. And there's other scenes
we'll get used to
he's looking with black lights and everything. And if they're going to portray the Riddler as that hush Jigsaw type Riddler, and he really needs to be the detective to see what's going on, to figure out the bigger picture. How is my family, Thomas Wayne, being brought into all this? It's more than a superhero action movie. It's not a beat 'em down movie. It's a real plot, story-driven, elemental film. And if that's the case, if it's a one-off, it's a fucking shame. Excuse my language. This can't be it. Like,
DC won't survive if it is.
Because you got Colin Farrell looking dope as the Penguin, and this is just the start of it. Like, this is literally the Batman you want to start
this is the refresh
everything with.
Batman is literally the start of the universe of DC. Let's just be real. Like, it branches out from him. Every corner of DC just touches him in some way. And this is the reset we need. We want this dark and gritty. We got the looks of it being dark and gritty, because I swear to goodness, if they bait us, I'm done with them. But
it's Spider-Man. You're not doing an origin story. He's already Spider-Man. Right. He's year 2. You got You got Batman. He's not year 1. He's year 2.
He's
you got a
villain. Batman.
Like, this is perfect.
Red. Yeah. So also, this is a great time for him to go through this, and they introduce Ra's al Ghul later on.
I want to see
his
Ra's al
actual
Ghul
training, and we get the dark side of the assassin brother, not the Brotherhood of Assassins, the League of Assassins.
League of Assassins, yeah.
And God, if they do it
Brotherhood of Assassins.
Court of Owls. If they do Court of Owls and it's dark and gritty and rated, I would lose my shit. I swear to God, because Court of Owls have never been represented right instead of being in an audiobook and comic books.
Yep.
If they do it and they go this dark route and they say, you know what, guys, we did PG-13 the first film, we're going rated R, I'd lose it. You would see me start wearing more DC stuff. I'd be really.
I mean, and everything that you've seen from the trailer that you've seen, right? The second trailer, not this third final trailer. The way that Riddler is saying that Gotham is corrupt. There's a bigger thing at play. You don't know what your family was involved in. Like, he wasn't clean. Like, he helped out the Falcone family. Like, there's a picture of a door in the third trailer, and I literally said out loud verbally, I said it to chat, I'm like, that could be Court of Owls shit right there. Like, that would be awesome if they did that. That would absolutely be awesome, man. That would also make sense
that Gotham Knights is delayed to high hell. That would also, I don't know.
Game's not coming out, man. At this point, I'm not saying that game's coming out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, whether it's...
I mean, Court of Owls, you got that, and then, like, I really want to see Batman lose something hardcore in like these films, because isn't he signed up for a trilogy?
I don't know how many how many movies he was signed for, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than one. Robert Patterson, Batman contracts. Signed a first look production deal with Warner Brothers that encompasses not just the main Warner Brothers division. Wait, what does it say? Signed a new deal with Warner Brothers that this mean a sequel. That was May 24th.
You say that means a sequel?
Not necessarily means a sequel.
Well, see, the thing is this. Robert Pattinson is not a brand new actor. He's not Tom Holland, right? Like, he's not coming in from like theater or nothing. This guy's been around the block, doing some really big movies, brought in some really big hype for things.
Seventh actor.
If I'm Robert Pattinson, I'm not going in for a one movie deal. I'm going in for something bigger. You know, like, I don't think that his agency will allow them to do a one-off and that be it, unless they're just blowing him out of the water and offering him like gazillions of dollars to do a one-off.
This is interesting. We'll so Robert Patterson has just signed a first look production deal with Warner Brothers that encompasses not just the main Warner Film division, but also New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers Television, and HBO Max. Now, I wasn't under the impression that he would be part of the Matt Reeves Batman series that's like a tie-in, but maybe he will show himself there. But they're saying this doesn't necessarily mean a sequel. He's just part of a first look bigger deal, kind of like how J.J. Abrams did that whole contract with Warner Brothers as well. So who knows?
Also, there's rumors about Batman Beyond. So I'm not saying Robert Pattinson, but there's rumors about Batman Beyond. I know that they're looking to get the comic book started again and the animated series looked at. So it could be a voiceover thing, but
when Michael Keaton signed his contract, it's not just a one-off film, it's multiple, and that's what sparked the idea of, he's going to come back and he's going to be it's going to be Batman Beyond at some point. Whether or not it's going to be the first two or the third or whatever, they'd be stupid not to do it at this point. But at the same time,
I'm down for Michael Keaton and a Robin and a takeover. I'm so down for it. Like, you don't just hire Michael Keaton for a cameo. You know, I mean, granted, you could say that kind of happened in. No, he's still in the MCU. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Too strong of an actor, and I think Michael Keaton is still the old Michael Keaton we got back in '89. I feel like that's him. He's still there. And he's very smart at what he does. Scott Snyder's We Have Demons first arc finale is available now on Comixology. We always said that we're gonna, Snyder was nice enough to hang out with us and stuff, and yeah, congratulations on that, and I hope the best from it. I mean, it seems like he's doing really well, and it's great to see comic book artist legends actually get there and express their own stories out there and be able to make some kind of do with it. So go support him if you can. If you have the subscription to Comixology, it's not that much per month. You get all those comics, like 42,000 comics or something like that, available to you at Comixology. I mean, you don't want to do Marvel Unlimited or DC, whatever they have. Comixology is the place to be. You pay smaller price and get way more out of it. And if you have Amazon Prime, there's a deal where you get free books as well. So check that out.
And actually, Scott, big happy birthday to you, man. Today's your birthday. I know I saw that somewhere. So obviously, awesome job with Comixology, best jacket, and just anything and everything, brother. And we appreciate you coming on here and talking to us, and we'll be able to talk again soon.
Thanks.
Happy birthday to you. In the news,
yeah. So Marvel and Webtoon partner for Eternals. Again, I feel like Eternals. It's not that I don't feel like they're a part of the MCU. I haven't seen a movie, but I think I've seen enough trailers to say that I feel like Eternals is a small welcome mat into the MCU. I don't think it's something that we harp on. I think it's something that people that aren't really into what's going on with the MCU now has a way into the MCU. Because it's very fantasy looking to me, and it's very like, alternate universe feel, even though it's the same universe. I believe that's what that movie going. So they're not giving up on Eternals because, Marvel's they have toys, they have Legos, they have now Webtoon stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. We might even see some more animated stuff coming from Eternals as well. Coming down the pipeline, because there is a big animation division that's pumping out some news soon for Marvel. They have a 7-part digital series, apparently 500-Year War. So if you want to check out more Eternals and you liked Eternals, check out the Webtoon. Webtoon is becoming a big source of some new news comics, at least alternate universes. I mean, you have they have the Batman family.
Yep, that's been doing really well.
Yeah, they're starting to hit that manga market, which is pretty huge. Pretty good.
What about so Eternals, obviously you have Celestials, you talk about a bigger experience, which could bring in bigger bads, whether it's, phase 5, phase 6, phase 7, phase 10, who knows. Obviously with credit scenes and everything, it led into some what's next. Same thing with No Way Home. I don't think it's gonna be a one-off, even though I could see it being a one-off to lead up to bigger, Eternals? Better things. Yeah, Eternals.
There was reports of what's the kid's name from
One Direction?
Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Not James Marsden, that's Cyclops. Richard Madsen, I think is his name.
Yeah. Him. There's already rumors that he's coming back.
Yeah, his sister said something.
Yeah. Well, I'd hate to be her right now.
Yeah.
That news hit and it spread like wildfire.
The Overlord mouse is gonna get her. So I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but because of the Flash and a bunch of different shows, I'm kind of intrigued because everyone says that the speedster in the movie is really portrayed well. Her speed powers. So I'm really intrigued to see what that looks like. So there's
Maybe
that.
That's an ode to what they're gonna do with Quicksilver.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, Quicksilver. That's gonna be an interesting one for sure. What else we got to talk about here? I don't know. There was a couple of things. We went on a little bit of a conversation.
Well,
piece.
I mean, like I said before, if you guys want some homework and stuff, X-Men 97, go watch all of them. I think
so
the regular
good.
X-Men is up on multiple places right now. Disney Plus for sure. You can see it on Disney Plus.
Yep.
And check that out, because once they start releasing episodes, it's going to be fantastic. It's a continuation, which is even
nice.
awesome. Oh, Gambit. It's starting to come up in the mix. We talked about how it would be awesome to see a Gambit film and stuff. Well, he has a comic book coming out this year. It's going to be a big run, and they announced it. It was a pretty big announcement that Gambit's comic book's coming. We don't have an official date or anything, but they are working on it. They have a full team of artists. They got different variants and all that stuff is going to happen. So Gambit will get a show, and you can't have a Gambit without a Rogue. So we're really hoping to see those two really kick some butt in the comics, and it's not supposed to be too kiddie friendly. You know, it's not. I mean, obviously, you know, it's for teens and up. So you know, Gambit's always been kind of that rough neck type character, so I'm very interested in seeing where we go with that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is really big. One of the biggest creative names in X-Men comic history is heading back to spin up a fresh batch of Marvel mutant stories. That just pushed everything down. Thank you very much. Marvel Comics has revealed that iconic X-Men scribe Chris Claremont is currently hard at work on a new Gambit series, which is slated to launch sometime next year, which is 2022, alongside artist Sid Codian. Codian. So that's cool. That's actually really big. One of the original
big news.
scribes who had an amazing story with it. They actually have a cover for it, which is really cool already, showing it off.
Anyway.
One of them. I
think that's the main cover. They got variants coming. I know a couple people that were contacted to do variants of it, so I didn't bug them about things, but I'm so happy to see that we're getting a lot of characters that don't get much like airtime. Jubilee is supposed to have some stuff coming out as well, which Jubilee is a very powerful character. They just kind of just like push her under a rug all the time. She doesn't get any real good airtime at all. It's always like weird characters like Psylocke of all people that they keep pushing for some reason. But anyway.
Was that Olivia Munn? I think it was. Yeah, that was Olivia Munn.
Yeah, I don't know. But Jubilee, and there's a actress that played in Shang-Chi that wants to do Jubilee. And she looks just like her. Once you can find that picture of her cosplay that she wore to Shang-Chi's premiere, but apparently she made it very well known in on a red carpet interview. She was like, they were like, "Wow, we love your outfit." She's like, "Jubilee, and I would love to play her. Contact me," type thing. And rumors are that some words were being said. So that's pretty cool. I would love, and she looks just like Jubilee. Like she really did her homework on portraying Jubilee in a cosplay. And I love when actresses do that. I love showing them their nerdiest side. It's like they go to a movie that they're one character and a completely other character. That's really awesome.
You're talking about really like Jessica Henwick, right? She was in the Matrix movies, I think.
Let me see. She was in Shang-Chi, whoever it was.
Oh no, Shang-Chi you're talking about. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Iron Fist there for a second. I love it here.
I would have to find it. Was on Twitter. It was a big thing about that. It was like trending for a long time. I have to find it. But she looked really good in it. So kudos to her on that. Other than that, we should be seeing Midnight Suns pop up soon, March-ish.
Remember that got pushed?
Yeah, they got pushed back. But March, I think, was the original date, so I don't know when we're going to see that. Wolverine news was happening at the showcase. There was cover art that was taken down. So he was in the original outfit, the original X-Men outfit at one point. In that cover art, it was him with his claws crossed and gigantic arms, and it was Insomniac art, but it was taken down because apparently that shit was leaked. And they had also a Spider-Man one that was taken down as well. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 with not a new suit, but some new gadgets. He had the spider iron arms, or Iron Spider arms on a suit, but it wasn't like that big. But they took it down because it actually had a copyright thing on it. Idiot. Actually had a watermark on it, so it was taken down immediately. But somebody captured it and put it on Twitter, and I think that got taken down as well.
Yeah, I mean,
when I comment on it, it said you cannot find this anymore. So I was like, I was gonna take a picture of it, screenshot, and like have it on the show, and I was like, I better not.
Yeah, we'd be the mouse.
Wolverine looks sick, bro. He looks sick. He's huge. huge. They went with the short and stocky Wolverine. So
I just tried Googling it. I can't even find it. But that's like, if you see something like that and it's up for like 24 hours, you know it's not real. If you can't find it the next morning. So, bro, like, did you see
everywhere for it?
So, like, did you see the Knights of Ren trailer that supposedly got leaked? So there was a Knights of Ren trailer that supposedly got leaked, that it's supposed to be a new Disney Plus series that everyone was going insane about. The trailers are still up. Like, that leads me to believe that there's no way that's real.
Probably fan
because
made.
It's exactly, because it's you could still see it on the interwebs. Because if it was real, that would have been taken down in a matter of seconds.
That thing, like, the post was, I think, maybe an hour old when I saw it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to take this, because I was going to post it in our channel where we do all our news stuff. I was like, I'm going to do this. And I said, but I want a clearer picture of this, because this looks kind of weird, like somebody took a picture. So apparently, I think I read something about, it was the PlayStation Showcase. And I was like, was there a PlayStation Showcase? And I was like, this didn't happen yet. The fuck? And then when I went to go look again, it was gone. So, like, gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked on every web browser there. Well, I even went on Opera, whatever that damn thing is. I couldn't find it. Opera, whatever it's called. I don't know. The web browser. I went on Google, couldn't find it. Bing couldn't find it. Opera couldn't find it. Firefox couldn't find it. It was gone. I think it was deleted from the history.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it looked good though. I can tell you that. It looked really, really, really good. And I saw it last night, and that's why I posted Insomniac, I love you, like it with a picture that they approved that was already out. But I really wanted to repost that picture. I was like, bro, look at this, but I'm glad I didn't.
It's interesting. It's interesting they're going to show more of it, because they said like this is early development. We're like nowhere near done. So
it wasn't a screenshot. It was a picture. It was just a cover picture. Like it just said Wolverine, and then like all the stuff below it, and it was just Wolverine with his arms crossed, and he's like doing this, and you can see
that Wolverine smile.
Go down, but he's in yellow and black suit, the classic suit.
That's awesome.
It looks so good.
That's awesome.
Like, oh. Yeah.
This is it. I want more of this.
Dude, I was like, where is it? There was a showcase. I was looking around because I knew that somebody did say that there was going to be a PlayStation showcase that popped up, and then PlayStation later announced that there was going to be a PlayStation showcase and coming up soon. And when I saw all that, I was just like, oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're coming to the end of the show here, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't have anything else.
We don't really have anything else, but we ended last year, 2021. We said, we look forward to next year. If you guys have any questions or would like to see things in chat, please let us know. If you're new here too, chat. We're here. We have our own Twitter account now. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun things. We had a meeting last week that was really awesome. But what is your outlook for 2022? Not here or here, for this industry that we're in, that we're talking about. Comic books, movies, TV.
Unfortunately, NFTs. Unfortunately.
Oh shit.
No, just being serious. No, it's gonna grow, man. I mean, we're just gonna see more animations pop up from studios. Definitely more iterations and different universe takes and stuff. Comics is gonna make a pop. I think if we ever can get to a point where we can leave the house, I think comic book stores are gonna find a way to still exist. I went to a comic book store in LA in City Walk, and it was popping. There were so many people in there. And it was pouring down rain, man. But I could barely walk in a dang place. I was getting annoyed because I was like, I want to leave. This is a huge comic book place. And I think comic book shops are going to come back and they're going to do well because people are getting more and more into comics. And I think representation is going to be huge this year, especially on the side of the women. I think women representation is going to be really, really huge in these things. And they're going to show like a really big powerhouse move. When it comes to that, I think that studios are going to take a little bit more riskier. And when I say risky, it's like risky business wise, but smart when it comes to what they should do. I feel like they're going to start making people wonder. I mean, Michael B. Jordan's Superman is one of them.
Yeah.
I think people are going to have something to say about it, but he's not Clark Kent. Like, wake up. Read the comics. Know that there's more than one Superman. Anyway, but I think that's the things that are gonna happen. Video game wise, I think we're gonna hear more announcements. Insomniac's probably gonna go for it and have more talks about that. I think with the success of Guardians of the Galaxy game, there's gonna be more DLCs involved. Maybe even some expansions. Marvel Avengers is gonna come along. People are starting to get more interested in the raids. When I did that show for Xbox, I didn't expect it to be as positive as it was.
Good.
It was
That's
very
awesome.
positive. Yeah, there was a big crowd. We doubled the viewers that they had that day. And on top of that, the crowd was very supportive and really was just interested in what Marvel Avengers had. And we didn't go into future content or nothing, but the developer that I had with me was way open to say, hey guys, we are working on those bug fixes. We just needed to have some time with our family for the holidays. Just got to understand it. And people were like, that's all we needed to hear. Like, it was glorious. And I was just like, one question that really touched me, someone was like, did you see what the community did? Some kind of festival that the community put on. He was like, I didn't, but I'm so awesome to hear about it. He's like, I'm looking forward to seeing any content and stuff. And I was like, and I just bust out. I was like, you guys got to keep doing this. Like, you community members got to keep. You don't expect them to do everything. You are the real pushers of this game. Keep being an awesome community, inviting more people. And like, I wasn't trying to go for an Oscar or nothing, but apparently people were touched and everything the chat exploded and things went well. So, you know, I think Marvel Avengers is going to do well.
That's good.
Other than that, just more toys. You know, what I mean by it is like more Lego collections.
Oh yeah,
more figurines. That's all that stuff is going to be coming out. Yeah, that's about it. I think there's just, unfortunately, there's no other movies people are interested in, or even interested in making.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten to a point where I feel like anything that I'm looking at or seeing, or maybe it's just because of where I look and where I see, it's all comic book superheroes, Star Wars, like that type of world. And like, if I think of like the first half, I can just drop probably 15 things in this world that we live in the comic book superhero world that I'm excited to hear more and talk about more and see what it's bringing out. I feel like people love that they can shut off their brain and watch these stories unfold in front of them because they don't have to worry about the real world there for a little bit. And that's what a lot of these superhero shows, even though they do come home and talk about things and bringing it back to, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was an amazing, monologue he did there at the end.
Even Spiderman.
Yeah.
Was real.
It's cool to see. I am a little bit worried that we're going to get to a point where we're just getting too much. I don't think we're anywhere near that. We've
already gotten to that point. It's been 12 years, bro.
No, but it's like, I'm worried about like, what type of characters they're going to be bringing on screen or TV show. And it's like, just because they wanted to put out there something new. I don't think Marvel is stupid enough or Disney is stupid enough to do that now, but because of their track record. But I'm a little bit worried that we're going to get to a point.
Too much not to do. I think there's so many unexplored characters. Like I think it gets boring when you start bringing like if they do another Peter Parker, it'd be boring. If they
reboot it again and again.
If they expand to Gambit, Rogue, some of the mutants that don't get. I think Wolverine would be a big hit because it's Wolverine. But if they focus on like Nightcrawler or like, Cable and like go into like the real dirty of that stuff, I think people will actually feel good about things and like, go from there. So I believe that's the route that they need to take. They need to explore outside the box and introduce characters that can hit fans of those characters and people that never heard of them before. Be like, whoa, that's real. Like, I mean, like, nobody's talking about it but American Chavez.
Yes, we didn't even talk about that trailer today. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we can hold that, I guess. If you haven't seen it, make sure you look at the in credits of Spider-Man, or look on the internet and look up Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's the trailer was officially released for Multiverse of Madness, so you can look at it.
Look at it. We'll discuss it. American Chavez, they did her dirty, and they didn't even give her a good comic book series. So this is their redemption period. Let's see what MCU can do. And if they can redeem that, they can redeem a whole lot, man. So I'm down for it.
I mean, her powers, what she's doing, how she's in Multiverse of Madness, it makes perfect sense. And, the little tidbits we've seen here and there of her in there, like literally tidbits. They're taking those, like you said, they're taking those characters and they're bringing them into the mainstream, and they're gonna go ham with it. I mean, look at She-Hulk, for instance. I mean, I really didn't have any thoughts on it, and then you saw that little teaser trailer. I was like, oh, okay, Moon Knight. That teaser trailer was insane, and like they got like a 10-second preview on Twitter right now for the trailer that we're gonna get on Monday, and it's holy shit, it looks good. Definitely look at that, Frank, because it is, and chat, it is sick looking. So you can take like Charlie Snyder. I can actually probably retweet it for you if you want. So they have a 15-second teaser trailer on Hulu's Twitter, that is to preview the main trailer that's going to come out on Monday for during the NFL wildcard weekend for Moon Knight, and it looks sick. I don't know why Hulu's doing.
Part of
Hulu's a part of Disney. Yeah, why they would put it through there is interesting. I don't know why. Maybe because it's
on Disney Plus. Is it too dark for Disney Plus?
You know why? Because Hulu's, you can restream football on there, so the football NFL contract with Hulu,
that makes sense.
Processing it through, that makes sense actually. Sports.
They're also tweeting a lot of Deadpool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, he's got to be ramping up for something, Ryan Reynolds. I wouldn't be surprised at some point this year we hear something with him and Deadpool. It'd actually be funny if he had because they reshot anything, if he had a cameo in Multiverse of Madness. That would be funny.
I mean, they it's kind of scary how many reshoots they had, because Cumberbatch was like, I would leave the studios for Spiderman and go straight into like Multiverse of Madness, like not changing outfits type things. So it's like,
that's
what
funny.
the freak?
I mean, but it also makes sense because of
it probably
the world
got through. Spider-Man was like, this would be nice if we do this and this and this and this and connect that and this. You know, I can see that. It's like I don't know. We'll have to see it. I'll have to look it up. But I don't know. The future's bright for comics.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, guys and girls, that's it. I mean, we have 3 minutes spare. You know, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to either hit us here, hit us on Twitter, on the Commix, and that's.
I got it.
We should have a thing.
Should have like an exclamation point, right?
A command or something.
Command me.
The Comics Show.
The Comic Show. Yes. Here we go. Here's. Excuse me.
Yep. And feel free to follow us. Our names are here. Thank you for being awesome, guys. It was a great show. It's kind of like a return show. We've been gone for a little while. Holidays do that to you. Family time do that to you. But we're back. And if you have any topics that you want to discuss and stuff like that, make sure you bring it to the table next time we are here. Thanks for being a great crowd. The future is bright for comics as well. We're really working on some cool stuff coming down the pipeline and really trying to get us out there. So thank you very much for being a great crowd and showing up, because that very much helps. And banging is my dad. So, all right, go for it.
Boom, boom, boom. Go follow our Twitter. I put it in chat. Technique, you can check him out here daily on Twitch. He's doing a whole bunch of different video games right now. You've been playing Ilion. You play a lot of Halo, which I'm loving, by the way. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it. My name is Nighthawk Plays. You can follow me here on as well. Twitter is right here. Twitter is over there for him as well. Playing Super People. More. We will be back next week here. Same awesome channel, twitch.tv/raredrop. We're going to be talking about more comic stuff, of course, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, my name is Nighthawk.
I'm Technique. Peace out. Have a good day. Be safe. Wear your mask and get vaccinated if you haven't done it already. Also get booster shots and all that stuff. Home test as well. Stay healthy so you can come back and see us. See you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.